Today's dish is certainly not an everyday dish. I have adapted one of the recipes that I used to do in the supper club on a regular basis. It's salmon with herb mash, and we're going to have it with lobster bisque. But if you look on my website, it's salmon with a prawn bisque because I made the bisque. Sometimes I made it with langoustines, sometimes I made it with prawns, but I have simplified the dish. And the ingredients you're going to need are, I've got some salmon fillets, which I have salted on either side 15 minutes before I'm ready to cook them, because as I've said before, the salt will work its way into the flesh and do its job. I have also grated, using a microplane, the zest of some lemon just on the top. I didn't do it underneath. Instead of going through the long process of making a prawn bisque, the hack here is that I am using a tin of Baxter's lobster bisque. You will also need a little splash of stock just to let the bisque down a bit. Also going on the plate are, I was doing so well, asparagus. This is where I use my vegetable peeler that has a serrated edge. And you don't have to do this, but I'm thinking if I'm going all out to make a really smart dinner, can you see, why not smarten up my asparagus? Other ingredients, there will be mashed potato. So I have already made my mash ready. I will be finishing off the mash with some butter and herbs. And I've done herbs that will perfectly complement the fish. There is a tablespoon each of chives, tarragon, and parsley. I think that's everything. Oh yes, just on these two bits of equipment, a lot of you message me and ask me where are these, various things from. I've now put a link in my bio that says kitchen essentials, which will take you to where everything is listed of the particular products that I use, that I've been using for years and that I recommend. I think that's everything. Preheat the oven to 220 degrees and we can get going. To make the sauce that the salmon's going to sit in, you take your lobster bisque. I'm actually not going to need the whole tin. And just put in a splash of stock, and we will just heat that up towards the end. The salmon isn't going to take long to cook. Looking at the thickness of mine, I think mine is going to be going in the oven for just 7 minutes. So before this goes in the oven, on my hob, I've got my sauce warming. I've got the mashed potato warming with a big knob of butter. You could add a splash of cream if you prefer, just to warm it through. I've got a pan of salted water on. It's hot, ready to put in the asparagus that won't take long. And one other thing that I didn't mention, which we can add to the sauce to give it that other level of luxury, is I've got just a tablespoon of brandy, which I'm going to heat up, and then I will set fire to it before I put it in the sauce. So this is the stressful time. The salmon is going in the oven and I'm going to set the timer for 7 minutes. I didn't add this to the ingredient list, but if you want the final little bit of luxury, I have bought some lumpfish caviar to pop on the top of the salmon. I'm going all out tonight. This is the brandy that I put in a pan. I have bubbled and boiled it. It just takes off that little bit of the alcoholic taste, and that will then go in my sauce. You can do the set firing to it thing, but you won't be able to see it. So what I've done is I've bubbled it, and I'm just going to add that to the bisque and the stock mixture. I've checked this after 6 minutes and I'm just starting to get a little bit of the white protein showing. It's only just cool in the middle, but if I leave it to sit and then I can take my time plating it up, it's going to carry on cooking and it will be absolutely perfect. my pet hate is overcooked fish. So what I'm actually going to do, just to help it to finish cooking, is I'm going to fold over the foil and just keep it warm. This is one of those films that I can't rush. I've got to do this in real time. Ouch! I burned myself. Asparagus is cooked. I've drained it. I'm just going to give it a little bit of finishing salt and a little grind of pepper. And that can just sit and wait until I'm ready to serve. Mashed potatoes coming off where I've reheated it. I'm putting in all of the herbs. Stir that through. Lovely herby mash. I can smell the tarragon. Time to put the dish together. Start with the mashed potato. Flatten it. You want to put some asparagus on top of the mash. Next, can you see me? Can you see me? We've got the salmon. It's the most honestly gorgeous pink. Put the salmon on top of the asparagus. Now, I actually find it easier to pour the sauce from a jug. So I know it's making more washing up, but I am pouring the sauce into a jug. And then I'm going to pour this like that. Let it just run round. It needs to be in a bowl. As you can see, this is a pasta bowl. And you'll serve this with a spoon as well as a knife and a fork so they can enjoy that lovely sauce. And then lastly, I've got this lovely lump of caviar that will just sit on the top. I've also got, oh, what's it called? I did so well up until now. Dill! It's dill! Here we have it. That is restaurant quality dish. Go and try it. Impress your guests. Over and out. I'm going to eat this. I don't often do a film like this, but I am so chuffed. This salmon is cooked to perfection. The flavour combination, because I never really, obviously I tasted it when I made it for the supper club, but I never, ever got to sit down and eat it. And the saltiness from the lumpfish caviar at the end. Let me know if you cook it.